We all know and love the classic makeup colors. You've got your pinks, you've got your reds, you've got your berries, your corals, your browns, but sometimes the most striking looks are created using slightly unusual shades. Think of a smoky mauve, a desaturated rose tone, maybe like a grungy yellow or taupe, that kind of thing. And I've noticed that indie brands in particular are especially great at creating these kinds of unique shades. So today I'm going to show you how I use unusual, slightly strange shades to create looks that feel really intentional, wearable, glamorous, and I find these looks tend to really create a distinct mood. So that's the plan for today. Let's get into it. The first thing I recommend you do is start with the strange shade. And strange could mean what I'm saying, these unusual kinds of tones, but it could also just be strange to you in that it's a color that kind of skews oddly on you, because that can be part of it. But I'm going to be focusing on this lip gloss from Kaleidos that's called Last Smoke. It's one of those colors where if I pair it with the wrong look, it just throws the whole thing off. Everything looks muddy. But when I use it very particularly, it just creates the whole vibe of the look. So I'm going to be starting with this, and then I'm going to build the look from there. This shade in particular is described as a smoky mauve. So it is a little bit odd. There's a grayness to it that can sometimes make me look a little sickly. But again, done in the right way, it's going to really elevate the whole look. So consider first, how do you normally wear something like this? A gloss. Do you prefer to wear it just on its own? You don't bother with lip liner? Then go for it. Do what's comfortable for you, and that's just a great place to start. So I personally love a fleshed out kind of lip. I like to really bring out the shape of my lip. So I'm going to start with that before I go in with the gloss. And I'm going to use shades that I like, and whenever I wear them, I know that it always looks good for the most part anyway, rather than going for something that's like really gray or a little bit strange too. I want to ground the look with something I know I'm going to like to accommodate the strange color. So I'm going to use two liners today. I'm going to use Makeup Forever Endless Cacao. The size alone tells you that this is a shade I have used a lot, and I'm going to use this shade first to really shape out the lip in a way that I like, makes me feel comfortable. And I also think a great starting point for this kind of look is finding shades that have a similar vibe to the strange shade. So with this being a cool taupe, we're starting to move in the direction of Kaleidos Last Smoke. And I just really want to create a volumized lip. That's what makes me feel my best self. Now I'm going to take the liner from Merit that's called Archival. This is more of a emollient, almost glossy liner. And I'm using this to blend into the first liner because it has just a touch of mauve, almost purple to it, which is going to go with the lip liner. So this is sort of like a bridge point between the liner shade and the gloss. I don't need to go overboard with this, just a touch. Now I'm taking my strange shade and we're going to see how we feel. You can see it's a pretty cool tone, very grayed out, and you can see that touch of purple to it. So at this point, we just have the one element that we can now build the look around. So maybe you started with a blush and then you can decide on the lips and the eyes, or maybe you started with an eye shade. But I think you can see the rest of my face is very much a blank canvas. If I paired this more gray, purpley mauve lip with, let's just say, a really warm eyeshadow shade that I had started with, I might be like, oh, that lip color is really gross. I don't like it. But now that I have this tabula rasa, as they say, with the rest of my face, I can then think, what do I want to bring into these different parts of my face to make this look, this lip, feel like it's meant to be there and it's not standing out strangely. First and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of bronzer to my face, going in with Rare Beauty Bright Side. because whenever I wear a little bit of bronzer, I warm up the face, I just know that I feel my best self. And I know that I have a neutral to warm undertone. And if I have this cool element on my face already, I know that I don't want to lean too cool with the complexion. I want to keep things neutral while still being in a similar tonality. But if I go with like a bunch of contour or something, then the look will start to feel a little bit more editorial, a little bit more strange, a little bit less out of my comfort zone. I'll definitely do it for sure for some looks, especially here on the channel. And I think it creates a cool, interesting vibe. But I just really want to make sure that this is something I'm going to go outside, feel my best self in. So I know that a little bit of bronzer is always a nice pick-me-up for me. And I just love how it looks on my skin. So pick that element, a second element that makes you feel good. Just like the lip liner shade, I picked shades that I knew I liked and that I've used with a lot of different looks before. So every time you do a step, assess what did you like about it? What did you not like? I personally like how the bronzer makes that lip shade skew a little bit more neutral. It brings out the taupe of the liner I used rather than the gray elements. Like taupe is one of those shades that's pretty neutral. It has some cool elements. It can be a little bit more neutral, not warm, but long story short, if I had used a contour shade, the coolness would have brought out coolness in the lip that I know competes against my undertone just a little bit. So I like how this almost neutralized the lip. Now I'm going to move forward with blush. I personally think that's a great place to go to next if you've started with the lip. And I'm going to use another shade that is a little bit unusual, at least unconventional anyway. That's Rituel de Fille Moth, which is described as a bare pink with a hint of taupe. And you can see that there's some similarities between the lip shade and this, and I like that unity. So as I said, with picking out a lip liner shade, it's like you want this harmony between the strange shades you're using. At least you want it if you're trying to make the look feel really intentional and it's a shade that you struggle with. I always just want to remind people that makeup is meant to be what you want it to be. You can have fun. You can play with opposing elements. Totally. I just think that having a more of a monochrome look is part of what creates the vibe, makes those strange shades feel very intentional. So I'm going for a bit of a higher placement today. I don't know why. I just kind of feel like it. And as I apply this, I love how this is bringing some vibrance to the face and making me look a little bit more alive as a blush does, but at the same time it has a unity with the lip. You can see if I use like a coral, how completely different that would be. This has both unity while also bringing some liveliness to my face, so I really like that. Now just a little bit of powder. I'm already loving this look so much, whereas when I tried this lip shade the other day with a really different kind of vibe on the rest of the face, it was like, no, I hate this shade. Why do I even like it? Which kind of inspired me to create this look and do this tutorial. Okay, so moving on to the eyes. Really the same idea behind building up the look from the lips and choosing my cheek shade. I'm going to do a similar thing with the eyes and choose shades I know I like, but also that are in the same family as this smoky mauve. So I have a couple palettes. I've been using them a lot lately. That's the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. I think you can already tell by looking at it how many similarities there are between what's already on my face. And then I do also have from Sigma the new Mod palette. I'm going to mix in some of these more plummy mauves as well, and then think about shimmer, that kind of thing. So first and foremost, I'm just gonna go with a transition shade, a soft taupe here, and I'm gonna use this transition shade as a anchor point in that as I apply kind of the lightest shade I might be using on my lid, assess if that's the tonality I'm liking before I start to really move into some darker colors. Because you can always switch things up, add a little bit more warmth, a bit more coolness as you go. And right off the bat, I'm loving how this reminds me of the lip liner shade. So there's this immediate tie-in between the lips and the eyes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and build that up. The blueprint for this eye look, in terms of the shapes, is going to be very similar to the smoky eyes for soft features video I just posted. So if you really want an in-depth look at these types of shapes I'm using to create an eye look that's got a little bit of drama, definitely check out that video. Now I think I want to add a touch of this shade here because it has a bit more of the pink that the blush shade had. So I'm just taking a touch of that and integrating it into this. So now I have this play of really the two tones that have been played with on my face so far. And just blending it onto the lid just a little bit. At this point, I do want to add a little bit more smokiness. So I'm going to go into the new Mod palette and use this shade here and just add a little bit more smoke right here at the outer corners. I want to really balance the look. You can definitely go for the strange shade being more of the focal point if you'd like, but when in doubt, creating balance within the look can actually be a great place to start as you experiment with these strange colors. And just like I talk about in my smoky eye tutorial, moments of levity in the look. So I'm keeping a lot of openness at the inner part of my eye. I'm definitely gonna add some shimmer too. And I'm gonna take this dark plummy brown and use that to add the littlest bit of extra depth right here. Smudged out and smoky. I think that's just about as smoky as I would like to go. Now at this point I want to think about, just as much as I'm thinking about how I can unify the colors in the look, I'm also thinking about textures. So this is a glossy lip. So I want to create light bouncing at other points of my face. Something that looks kind of similar to that shine happening, but I want to get that on my cheekbones and on my lids. So I will use a shimmer. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glitter glue. And then I'm going to take from the Natasha Denona palette this shade here. It's kind of a silvery mauve, and place that on the lid. And I think you can immediately see how there's this echo on the eyes of the same texture and tonality as the lips. So they just really feel intentional. They feel like they're meant to go together. A reminder, think about texture just as much as you're thinking about the colors that you're using. And then before I go in with mascara, I'm going to go ahead and brighten up the waterline because everything is this smoky tone that's definitely on the cool side. I want to have a moment to brighten up. This almost ties in with my skin tone. So just colors being picked up in multiple parts of the face. I went ahead and put on mascara off camera and the look is basically there. I also did add some earrings, just one of my favorite pairs of earrings, and I like how the silver diamond is picking up on the silvery kind of sparkle. I'm going to add a little bit of highlighter. This is from Rituel de Fille. It's called Aurora, and it has a little bit of that same tonality that the eye shimmer also has. So just one more moment where we have a little bit of unity happening and the light just picks up right on the cheekbone going through to the eye, on the lip with this soft purpliness, purpley silver. And this is the finished makeup look. Just like I said in my smoky eye for soft faces tutorial, when you're using these unusual shades, you can also think about accessories, earrings, necklaces, your hair, your outfit, and how that's going to contribute to the look. So maybe you also want to play into your outfit and find more moments of unity. For example, with this, if I had a kind of shirt in this color, that would look beautiful. I'm just sticking with black because I find it very neutral for me for more bold looks. I just find it lets the look sing and kind of adds, though, this little bit of gothicness, I suppose. I feel like it is really striking because there's this kind of dissonance. As I said at the beginning, I have a neutral to warm undertone. These are cool, smoky mauve, so it looks a bit odd. The colors, this shade Blast Smoke is a bit of an odd color, especially for my undertone, but it's working because every element feels like it's meant to be there. And dissonance can be just as beautiful as harmony. So I really want that to be your takeaway from this when it comes to your makeup looks. Don't be so afraid of, going outside your comfort zone or, the colors you always turn to. Sometimes those slightly strange colors can really just create something unique in a totally different way, and dissonance can be just as beautiful. And on that note, toasty! Let's take it away. Thank you, friends, for watching until the end. If you want to check out my Patreon, link down below where you can help support the channel. There is the Coven tier where you get all my videos ad-free and then you get 3 bonus videos a month. Or there's the Magic Circle tier where sometimes you get some behind-the-scenes thoughts or if I've got any mood boards to share, and every little bit helps. And you also get access to the Discord server. Yay, you can chat amongst yourselves. We share looks there. It's a bit of a new space, but I've been loving it. And I really appreciate you sticking out till the end, as does Toasty. He says, stick around for Mama's videos so that the algorithm says, I'm going to show this to more people. All right, until next time, may you all find yourselves a little bit of makeup magic, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, witches.